I'm Darren.
Hi, I'm Gordon.
And we're the two gay reefers.
Hey reefers, today we're going to install one of these bad boys, the ClariSea Gen2 filter roll. Reasons why we're doing this: at the moment our return is quite noisy, so the water coming back into the sump is quite noisy. We have some filter media there in filter cups at the moment. Unfortunately, our sump is plumbed, so it should have a higher water level. When we actually went through and did some modifications, we went with a lower water level, but at that time we also realized that it left our filter cups hanging about this far out of the water. What this will do is actually clear our water up quite nicely. So this is going to be just another step in our nitrate control. To put this bad boy in our sump though, we do actually have to do quite a few modifications. We've got quite a bit of glass to remove that hold the filter cups, and then plumb our pipes into the ClariSea. So plumbing that into the ClariSea will actually make it quite quiet, especially compared to what it is now. Hopefully make it quite silent, but we'll see. But anyway, let's get into it. First of all, let's do a time lapse of me building this thing. The first step says that some of the plastic parts have some paper on them. And the best way to get the paper off is actually to soak them in some water. And I just realized how many parts there is to this. Yay! Can I just say the ClariSea is not the easiest thing to assemble.
Not that I put it together, but I was watching Darren put it together and the stress levels were just rising and rising and rising.
And I'm pretty good at putting together things like that. I'm great at IKEA flat pack, awesome at that. I recommend highly watch the video of how to assemble it, because the pictures do not make sense.
No, I was looking at some of the photos and when Darren went, what does this mean? And I'm looking at it going, just looking at the photo, looking at the picture, and it's like, this bit. We're looking going, where does this bit go?
I've never had something that I've assembled before come with extra bits that they don't tell you about first up. But the last picture is, you should have these bits left over. It's just like, thanks. So while I was doing that, Gordon was under here with Nick.
Alright guys, so we've got Nick here from Nick's Aquarium. He's helping us out by modifying our sump tonight.
There's a lot of work to be done under there. Obviously we had to pull out all of the baffles. Pull out the filter cups. I can't say filter cups, I don't know why.
Well, that was here that was holding the, what are these things called?
The filter cups.
Filter cups.
When they made our sump, they made it with ridiculously thin silicon seams.
So normally when you're cutting pieces of glass out of a sump, if you've ever done that before, you can put a Stanley knife in there and sort of cut down through the silicon. This just doesn't work with this tank. It physically was not possible. I know Nick broke with 4 or 5 blades.
Broke me tip.
Darren did like that. But all in all, eventually, with a lot of persistence and probably quite a few swear words. It all came out.
Next step is to connect up some joiners onto this to go into the ClariSea.
So where our drain pipes came down and basically stopped, goes down into an elbow on one side, into a T-piece, which then goes down and into the ClariSea.
We've also got a union junction as well, just before it goes into the ClariSea. So if we ever need to take the ClariSea out, we can unscrew it and just take it out as one piece instead of undoing plumbing to get it out.
Makes life easier for cleaning.
Obviously when we did this, we had to empty out the sump, so we vacuum cleaned it there. So we got 3 times apparently. So that also got out all the detritus in the bottom that had accumulated. With the ClariSea, all that will be captured in the ClariSea and hopefully sucked up in the filter rolls.
We've got the ClariSea now in place, all plumbed up into Nick, and we're now filling the sump back up again.
We've got filter media in the corner in a basket. What I've got there is I've got an air stone slipped underneath there, so it's on a 12-hour cycle, 12 hours on, 12 hours off.
I'm assuming that 12 hours starts at about 11 o'clock at night?
Yes.
Yes, it's getting the shit out of me last night.
But yeah, that aeration cycle is to help promote healthy bacteria in the media, which is great. I've also got some blocks of media as well. We've actually put them across the weir, so the water has to actually go through them to go into the return chamber, which is great. That actually forces the water through instead of water's often lazy and will just go around bricks and things like that.
So when we originally brought Reefzilla, we were meant to have a bashy skimmer on the side of it, which meant we needed a really big pump to make everything work.
And a chiller.
And a chiller, and some sort of reactor. So we had the Laguna 16,000, which was a good pump. It works well, but there's no controlling over it. It's a straight AC pump.
Yeah,
There's
no
controlling at all. You
whatsoever.
plug it in, you turn it on, that's it.
And that was half of the problem with our noisy sump, was so much water was rushing back down into the sump that going through the filter cups not in water, it was just pissing out water everywhere and it was extremely noisy.
It was time for us to do something about it, and with Nick being here, he found that the amount of water pushing through the ClariSea was just too much water. He knew that we had another pump downstairs that we used for our water changes to pump water upstairs from the IBC.
Yep, so we decided to rip that out of the IBC and put it on the sump instead. So that is now our return pump. So the Laguna will now be down on the IBC, which will make water changes all that much faster. So not only do we have full controllability of the return pump, we actually have less water going through the sump, which makes it pretty much silent, as you can hear. The only downside is a lot of flow is being lost obviously through the random flow generators because the pump is operating on 20% out of 100. But the good thing is having it so low means that we've got plenty of room to go up when we start adding some more stuff. So
Because there is a lot more on the cards over the next coming weeks, months. There will be a lot of things added to this tank. So
not a lot, there'll be a few.
okay, there's a couple more things to be added to this tank over the next couple of weeks. Watch the space.
Due to the lower flow in the display tank, we will need to get some more wave makers. So we've got our eye on the Red Sea one maybe.
Definitely want to get our hands on a Red Sea one. We love all Red Sea products.
Having the ClariSea on Reefzilla has made a big difference. I reckon it will make a big difference in our nitrates going forward. It really is clearing up the water quite nicely. If you've enjoyed today's video, like, comment and subscribe.
Like, comment and subscribe.
Like, comment and subscribe. And as always, be excellent to each other and keep it salty, everyone. Bye for now.
See you guys.
No, I will. There goes your sponsorship.